What's going on? It's your boy Miles Cunningham. Shout out to Lucario. Shout out to all the supporters. Shout out to everybody that's on that bad boy membership, checking out that Game Kings documentary. You feel me? Um, yeah, man. So, excuse me. What I want to talk about today is don't ever feel bad about your identity and your desires and what you want as a man. Don't ever feel bad about that shit, right? Because the thing is that women can sense that shit and they will exploit you. When people find weakness, they exploit it. You get what I'm saying? When people notice an insecurity, it gets exploited. They can exploit it. They can use it against you. You got me? The other day we had a caller that called in, and he was saying how like he's basically cheating on his main girl. You understand with these other chicks. Meanwhile, he got these other chicks making them buy them birthday gifts and taking them out on dates, and he's doing a whole bunch of shit that he don't really want to do. You understand? And I'm like, when we find out that his main chick don't really know about this shit, it's like he realized that he was putting himself in a type of situation where he was kind of like he felt insecure, he felt bad, he felt in a way like punishing himself for dealing with his girl the way he dealt with his girl. You understand? And what happens is when you're not true and when you're not honest with your shit, people will realize the weakness in you. You understand? The only reason why you won't tell the truth is because you're afraid of something. And when you're afraid of something, that's a weakness that can be exploited. You understand? When you live in fear, when you're making moves with fear, that shows some type of insecurity. That shows some type of thing. It shows something that you're not sure about in your life, that you're not comfortable with in your life. And when you're not comfortable, that's something that can be exploited. Like if you ever listen to if you ever watch the any of these sports dudes, these athletes, like in the Last Dance with Jordan, when he found out somebody on the other team was injured, he would work that part of their body as much as he could and take advantage of it because that's a weakness, and he used that shit to realize his own victories. You understand? And that's what people do, especially a lot of these chicks. Because I already told y'all, these chicks is really only about their own survival. You understand? And even if they don't know your particular situation, they can still sense weakness. You understand? If you're an aware person, when you meet somebody, you can sense their weakness. You can sense what might be bothering them. You can sense something that's on their mind or something that's sort of a pain point. You understand? So for example, if you're in sales, you use the pain point to influence the buyer to spend a certain amount of money on a particular thing that has to do with their pain. You understand? So it's the same kind of thing. When you're out here, if you're not honest with yourself, if you're not honest with, your lifestyle, with the things you want, you understand? You got a lot of guys, they want sex from a chick, but they're doing all this indirect game and trying to be friends with the bitch or trying to call her and text her and trying to act like they want a relationship when all you really want is sex. Or you got some guys who all they really want is a relationship, but they acting like they players and all they really want is sex. When meanwhile they catching feelings and so on and so forth. The point I'm trying to make is that when you're not honest, when you're not comfortable with who you are, when you're not in touch with your desires, your identity, your character, it it adds to your weakness, and the weakness comes out in your energy. And when somebody senses that energy, when somebody who's conniving senses that energy. And these women are conniving because remember, they're all about their survival. They'll do whatever they have to do to survive. Most of the time, it ain't even nothing personal. They're just trying to survive. They're just trying to look out for themselves. And if they got kids, they're looking out for their kids or whatever. You understand? But once they sense that energy around you, that there's something you're not comfortable with, that there's some type of weakness, that there's some type of insecurity in your energy, in your mind, you understand, in the way you carry yourself, they will take advantage of that shit. They will take advantage of it and they will have you doing things that you don't really want to do. Now, when you're honest and when you know yourself and when you know what the fuck you want and you're not ashamed of anything, You're willing to tell any chick that she could get the fucking step in there. If she don't want to give you what you want, then it's easy for you to tell her, hey, it's been nice, but you could go kick rocks. Or it's been nice, but you have a good night. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you when I see you. And there's no problem with that. You understand? But when it's a lot of guys out here, they're insecure about something. They have issues with something. There's something they're not comfortable with, right? And when a girl catches wind of this shit, they know. I mean, we already come in a lot of ways. We're coming in with sort of a weakness, or not necessarily a weakness, but we're coming into the situation with a chick already knowing that we want something from them, right? Which is pussy. We want sex from them. So we're already coming in like, all right, well, I know this nigga wants something from me. Let me see what he's willing to do to get it. You understand? But when you're strong in your identity, you're not willing to do any and everything to get the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're willing to go out on a drink date with a chick, if you're willing to do certain things, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But some dudes is willing to simp just for the promise of pussy, not for pussy itself, but for the promise of pussy. You understand? And that's when you could get into a situation where you're being taken advantage of and still not getting what you want. And she's using your weakness, your insecure desires against you. You understand? Where she's acting like she like you, she's promising you this and she's promising you that, but really she's not interested, and she got you in the friend zone, and you over there thinking, oh well, if I do this and if I do that, then we should be doing we should be having sex pretty soon. After the third or fourth, fifth, sixth date, I gotta have the sex. We gotta be having sex by then. But you continue to do what she asks you to do. Why? Because you're weak. Because you don't know who you are. A man that knows who he is and who is comfortable with who he is, he knows that he wants something, but because he knows who he is, he knows how far he's willing to go to get it. So if I meet one chick and I go as far as I can go and she don't give me the pussy, it's on to the next chick. You understand? I'm only gonna go as far as I want to go based on who I am. You're not gonna get me to fucking just do whatever just to try to get with you. You understand? Like I told y'all many times how I just put a story out the other day on the last live, how I had two joints in my crib and they was acting funny. I kicked their ass out. I had another chick. We went out on. I told her it was a drink date. She tried to get me to fucking buy her an appetizer, and the date was over. And another chick, we was in the spot and I told her I need to sit in a certain chair and I need her to sit in another chair, and she refused to sit in the chair that I told her to sit in. Date is over. Okay, I know who the fuck I am. Therefore, you can't tell me what you want. You have to be in compliance with what I want. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with a man that knows who the fuck he is, and what I know is best for the both of us, and that's what I truly believe. You understand? And if you're not with that as a female, then you can't fuck with me. You can't be in my cipher. You can't, and I'm okay with that. You understand? I'm super comfortable with that. Because when it's time for me to end the date, or when it's time for me to kick you out, or when it's time for me to about face and stop talking to you, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that because I don't see it as a rejection. I see it as me charging you to the fucking gate. That's what I see it as. As much as I thought you was attractive and all of this and all of that, if you're not listening to what the fuck I'm saying, if you don't want to comply, if you don't think that my desires and requests are worthy of you, then that's all well and good. I will find whatever I'm looking for somewhere else. You understand? And even if I don't find it, even if I don't find it, I know I'm not gonna find it here. So I gotta keep searching. You get what I'm saying? But that's all because I know who the fuck I am, and I'm not here to be manipulated, and I'm not here to be. I'm not here for my weaknesses to be taken advantage of, and I'm not here for my desires to be taken advantage of. You get what I'm saying? That's because I'm comfortable with who I am. You understand? So, like I said, always, always try to be comfortable with who you are and what you want. Don't be ashamed of your fucking desires. Don't feel like it's wrong for you to want this. Like if you the type of dude you want a team of chicks, don't feel like it's wrong. That's what you want. That's what you want, and it's just up to you to find the women that are willing to give that to you. You understand? But When you start lying, being dishonest, you start lying to yourself. That's a level of weakness. That's a level of fear. Why? Because you're afraid to lose a chick. Don't be afraid to lose a chick. Don't be afraid to lose nothing. You understand? Don't be too attached with nothing, because we only have a limited time here anyway. All of us. You understand? Every relationship you ever have is gonna end. The relationship with your family, your friends, and any fucking chick out here that you talk to. Either it's gonna end because y'all begin to grow in separate ways, or it's gonna end because she not feeling you or you not feeling her, and it's gonna end because one of y'all gonna die, or both of y'all gonna die at some point. You understand? So there's no reason to be all attached and be worried about. Oh my God, I can't tell her the truth because I might lose her. So fucking what? You're gonna lose her anyway. You're gonna lose her anyway. So be get in touch with who you are, and take strength in that. You understand? Because there's only one you. You are a unique person, and that's an important thing. And what you want may be and should be different from everybody else. You understand? And there's nothing wrong with that. So you have no reason to feel ashamed, or feel or move or do anything in the name of fear. You understand? Be honest. Tell these hoes what you want, and if they're not with it, move on to the next one. You feel me? So because if you don't, they're only gonna take advantage of it as a weakness and as an insecurity. All right. So it's your boy Miles Cunningham. Check out the links in the description, man. Look, man, and I want y'all to comment too, man. Comment. Tell me if you ever been in a situation where you felt the way, or you felt ashamed, or you felt insecure about something, and then it turned out that somebody used you, or used your insecurities against you. You know what I'm saying? Or just anytime, if you ever felt like ashamed or insecure about anything that you wanted out of life. You know what I'm saying? Share it in the comments, because a lot of these things guys don't like to talk about. So if you put it in the comments, then a lot of guys will know that this is stuff that other guys go through, and it'll help them to find strength in what I'm saying. All right. So it's your boy Miles Cunningham. I hope you guys are having a great day. The truth is inside you. Peace.